Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back with another brand new video. Now today's video, you know exactly what we're here to break down and discuss. We have the fantastic job of reliving Rangers 0, Aberdeen 0, and I know exactly what you're thinking. You didn't want to go through it either. I didn't want to go through that game of football again, but win, lose or draw, we always support the team and we're always here to talk about it. And honestly, I just find myself sitting here trying not to repeat myself than what I've said in the last couple of games. Slow, passive, side to side, backwards pass merchants. I'm trying not to say that, ladies and gentlemen, but I can only tell you what I'm saying, and I'm saying the exact same thing every single game since we came back for the winter break. I didn't understand what the hell we have done, because we went from playing such attractive attacking football, getting into teams and just gone after them, no matter if they were parking the bus or no, to just sitting off them, no penetrating their defensive lines at all. And again, just that silly, needless, slow passing. But yet again, in saying that, despite how bad we actually were at getting beyond Aberdeen, the couple of times we did do it, we passed up glorious, clear-cut opportunities again. So buckle in, ladies and gentlemen, let's stop talking around the game and actually just get into this. Now, just in case you missed this game of football and you've checked the stats afterwards and you see that Rangers had 16 shots to 5 on target versus Aberdeen's 4 shots to 3 on target, you might find yourself, oh, Aberdeen got away with one yet again, blah, blah, blah. They parked the bus all the way through. Rangers were just unlucky. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to sit here and say that, but honestly I can't. Both teams had chances to win this game and the two best players on the park were by far the two goalkeepers. But before the two goalkeepers were forced into action, it was actually Aberdeen that created the first opportunity in this game, and it comes from Neil McGinn turning Katic inside out and beats him far too easily. We all love Katic, but in this game, very, very iffy. McGinn anyway gets beyond him, whips a very dangerous cross in, and Cosgrove is about that away for opening the scoreline. That was the wake-up call that we needed in the game to just switch on after 7 or 8 minutes. But did we? No for me, lads. Over the next 20 minutes we remained the same, which is just doing here. That's never a level that Rangers should be. In fact, there was that little of a reaction to that wake-up call from Aberdeen that the next opportunity in the game actually fell to Aberdeen as Katic once again makes a massive error. That allows Cosgrove to run from the halfway line all the way to the box completely on his own, but thankfully Alan McGregor wins the battle between them and manages to come out and makes a fantastic save right at the exact point, showing once again he's by far the best goalkeeper in the country, and we are very, very lucky to have him. There was a lot of fouls and free kicks, set piece opportunities that was just wasteful and had absolutely no quality at all, and that actually leads me perfectly into one of my first talking points in today's video, and something that's really got under my skin, especially knowing now how the game actually went. Now, if you saw the game, you know exactly where I'm going with this, right? The ball was perfectly placed 25 yards out. There was a free kick opportunity. We have Barisic, who is very good with free kicks. He's scored a couple. He's hit the bar. He's hit the post with a couple. He's dangerous nearly every single time in and around that area, and you think to yourself, right, we've not started very well, but there was a game earlier on in the season where Barisic bailed us out versus St Mirren with a bit of quality, so the excitement gets up. You're looking at it, Barisic puts the ball down. Does he shoot it? No. Arfield runs up and shoots it, hits it off Connor Golson, and it goes out for a goal kick. If there was ever a clear sign that the game wasn't going to go the way we wanted it to, it was right there. Barisic doesn't take the free kick. Arfield just runs up and just hits it straight into Connor Golson. Why is Barisic no taking that? But let's put a pin in that massive frustration for a brief moment, because round about this time Rangers were starting to heat up a little bit and even dared to pass the ball forward. I know it's weird seeing that. And that actually leads us to the first major opportunity in the game from a Rangers perspective. The ball's at the feet of Alfredo Morelos as we break down in communication between the Aberdeen players. It ends up ricocheting off a Rangers player, falls to Alfredo. He's running to the right hand side of the box. He's got Ryan Kent there for a free shot on goal. All he has to do is find him, but he undercooks the pass. It gets cleared away by the defender's heel and it gets moving for there. I know Tom from Rangers TV was trying to say it was very good defending from Ash Taylor, but if Alfredo Morelos actually hit the ball where it was supposed to be, Ash Taylor would have been nowhere near it. He only got to the ball because Morelos completely undercooked the pass. That chance there was huge. But that missed opportunity seemed to kill the momentum we were attempting to try and build, and anyway we reach half time 0-0, and it isn't a pretty affair. And as I'm sort of coming accustomed to saying, Rangers start the second half off better than at any point during the first half, but it's just unfortunate we can't keep that going longer than 10 or so minutes, because it looked as if it was only going to go one way, but it just seems to be we're building, then it just drops off a cliff, and it just allowed Aberdeen to grow into the game. I didn't understand that. We go 10 or so minutes like this, like bang, bang, and then just fall away completely and just revert back to the backwards, sideways passing out of nowhere. I'm honestly clueless and speechless about what is happening right now since the winter break. Now, during those moments by Rangers, Aberdeen created a couple of very good opportunities and chances for themselves. The first one was a long-range effort from Ash Taylor, which actually takes a deflection on its way, but McGregor manages to show some reflexes and get back on it, because it looked as if it was going to be the exact same goal that happened against Celtic, where it gets deflected on the way and goes by him, but this time he manages to react and he keeps a hold of it. Alan McGregor is then forced to make another couple of fantastic saves to keep Rangers level in the game. But a strange moment happened, because once again we jumped back up, and it started from the right foot of Connor Goldson, who whips a fantastic ball over the midfield, over the defence, puts Alfredo Morelos through. He takes a fantastic first touch. Lewis does spread himself well, and I'm taking nothing away from the save at all, but did Morelos no help him out with that save? Because the ball's in the air, Morelos actually kicks it downward towards the goalkeeper. That right there is the moment of the match to save Rangers and make sure we didn't go ahead and drop the points, but unfortunately Alfredo Morelos cannot take the opportunity and it goes begging. And honestly, just thinking back to the chance, it's just a kick right in the crown jewels, because as good as Morelos was in the game physically, winning us free kicks, he was very rusty in front of goal because he hadn't been playing that much football, and that right there at the moment of the match, it came to him and he just wasn't quite at it. And just to top it off, remember that little pin of frustration we talked about regarding the free kick which Barisic wasn't allowed to take? Arfield ran up and took it, hit his own man. Well, we have another dangerous set piece in the game, and Arfield walks away and you're thinking, right, thank God, Barisic, take this son, sink it home, save us, Mr. BB. He doesn't take it either. Stephen Davis takes it and it hits the boy at his knees in the wall. No, I'm not kidding. 2 free kicks in dangerous positions that the best set piece taker we have didn't take. Did I get it? And we've done absolutely nothing from the resulting set piece. It was awful from a Rangers perspective, and that was pretty much the game done and dusted there. Was there any other clear-cut goal scoring opportunities for either team? Both goalkeepers made saves when they had to make it, and the game just dribbled out and finished. Now that leads me to something I want to talk about, right? Because I didn't want to make it all about the referee. I wanted to make sure I get my thoughts out there and say how poor it was from a Rangers perspective. They never done it enough. They never played up to the level where they should be for long enough in the game to win a game of football. But I need to sit here and say once again, Andy Dallas is absolutely shocking, and that right there is disgusting, the way he refereed that game. Sam Cosgrove done 10 fouls in the game. 10. Did he get booked? No, not at all. That's including 2 dives as well. One late on the game where it was a clear dive that the referee actually went to dive, and he still never booked him. It was that bad for Andy Dallas on the 9th foul on Connor Goldson. Connor Goldson went to the referee and told him that's 9 fouls now for Sam Cosgrove. And what did Andy Dallas do? He booked Connor Goldson for telling him how many fouls he's done. Everyone already knows my opinion on this lad. There is not a referee in the Scottish game as bad as this lad. He's honestly garbage. And let's just say the other referees he's up against is also shit. That tells you how bad this lad is. And it wasn't just Cosgrove, it was inconsistent refereeing all over the shop. Arfield, Barisic picking up fouls. Yeah, Shea Logan is allowed to do it 3 times before he's eventually booked. You've got a boy just basically running and spearing Glenn Kamara off the ball. Ash Taylor twice, one of them where he rakes behind Alfredo Morelos on the Achilles. Nothing for that. You've got one challenge in behind, like an actual lunge into Ryan Kent. Nothing given for that. It was that bad that during a wee bit where Rangers were actually piling pressure on, the ball gets sort of put to the outside of the box. Arfield's jumping up for it. The Aberdeen player clearly jumps and scalps him with his elbow in the face. Andy Dallas goes like that for no contact and allows the game to go on. Then a couple of seconds later actually has to blow the whistle to allow Scott Arfield to get treatment on his face, because his face has been cut because of the elbow that apparently didn't happen. Do you see what I'm talking about here? That right there, it's garbage. But it's fine though, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be sent down to the Championship once again, and he'll be back taking top flight action next week. Sorry for ranting about the referee there. I just had to get that off my chest. I'm sure if you watched the game, you'd have been feeling something very, very similar. But I'm not just blaming the referee and saying that is why we never won this game. And I think a perfect example of that, in the 91st minute of the game, we've got all these forwards on. We've got this guy on, this guy. We've got all these people forward. What are we doing? We're taking a touch, casually passing it backwards to the centre half. And that was far too common in this game of football. Rangers should be going forward, no constantly passing it backwards. And I'm going to mention Stephen Davis' name because I hold him at such a high level. I genuinely think this guy is an incredible player, but he's not kicked the ball since the Old Firm. And once again, he was dreadful, constantly going backwards. In fact, I think I even said it on social media, Hadji within 8 minutes of coming on the field for Rangers had played more forward passes and more balls into the box than Stephen Davis and Glenn Kamara has in 4 games this year. He'd done that within 8 minutes. But it isn't just the midfield that's letting Rangers down the new. It's not just Stephen Davis or Glenn Kamara. I'm not just singling them out. It goes out throughout the entire squad. They're just not doing enough to win a game. The only one getting pass marks in that game for me was McGregor. But that's obviously not including Hadji, who was only given 13 minutes, and Kimberi, who was only given 8 minutes to try and salvage this game. All I will say though, very encouraged from what I saw from Hadji, especially his willingness to go forward and pass the ball forward. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm officially done and dusted with today's video. I do not want to talk about this game any longer, so now it's time for me to hand the reins over to you guys to hopefully share your opinion. So over to Twitter then to hear from the people. There was no man of the match poll because it would have either been Alan McGregor or Joe Lewis. It's pretty much whatever team was at home, their goalkeeper was winning man of the match. That summarises the game pretty perfectly. But Paul Stewart is the first one to write in, and he writes in, don't know what team we are watching just now, but it's not the team we were proud to watch just before the winter break. Since coming back, we look as though we don't have a clue how to play football, and unfortunately the results are showing it. The team today was utter clueless. Ian McDougall writes in, deja vu of January, February 2019. Man of the match award says it all today. How Aribo stayed on is beyond me. Forgot he was playing in the second half. Poor decision making in the final third. Referee was awful. Cosgrove not getting booked. Golson booked for asking the question. We were awful and didn't deserve to win. Andrew Bluebells writes in, no turned up in 2020. Build up is far too slow and not enough urgency. Missed halves, crosses into the box. Disappointed in Kent and Aribo. They don't supply enough assists. They certainly haven't been doing that recently. Doug writes in, been coming since the Stranraer game. We have nothing about us at all at the moment. No drive, no urgency, no quality. We are awful. Jude writes in, embarrassing. McGregor is the only one to get pass mark. True Blue 72 writes in, McGregor winning man of the match sums up. The Free Bears, sorry, writes in, a bunch of absolute part merchants. They can talk a good game and have, just like last year, believed their own hype and effed off to Dubai thinking they'd achieved something only to come back and get a reality check. Thanks for nothing, Rangers. And the last one we read out in tonight's video comes from Duncan Stewart, and he writes in, too many passengers, midfield happy to pass sideways when we need a goal. These players don't have the right mentality to win the league right now. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've heard from the people, you've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do by now. And as always, I've been CJ Number 2. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.